Hello and welcome back to Broadside Game with me, Zug. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Archmage Wizard build. So what does it entail? Well, the Archmage Pyromaniac build is all about fire damage, as you probably could have guessed. It looks a little something like this. Don't worry, I will pan through all the skill points as we go through them. And I'm going to show you exactly where to start and how to progress through the trees. Okay, so at the very beginning, you don't want to be starting in the wizard tree. Weird, I know, but it'll make sense as I go through. We'll be starting here with the intelligent point, coming into absorb, into intelligence, into unity, wondermaster, sting, spirit, and then intelligence. So this tree sets you up for huge amounts of damage with your wands, and you will be switching back and forth between your staff and your wands depending on how the fight is going. If you can stand quite far back and just barrage them with spells, staff. If you're being swarmed, use your magical shield, wand them and retreat. And these abilities are really, really good for it. So, where do we go next? So, we've got our wand sorted out. So, our early game damage is already pretty solid. Like, wands are very, very powerful early game. They outstrip almost anything. But once you've done this, we're then going to jump into the wizard tree. And there are a couple of ways you can do this, but I'll show you this way, and at the end of the video I will show you a different way of building this one, because I just don't want to confuse it. So we're going to start here with spirit. You could start here and go through, but I wouldn't suggest it. So start here with spirit, into this is the way, into quick charge, then spirit again, arsonist, pyromaniac, radiant aura, and sun aura. These two talents here are absolutely amazing. I'm going to tell you why. When you're doing elixir wells, or just in the shroud in general, the higher level you get and through the harder zones, you will be swarmed by 30 or 40 critter bugs at the same time. And these two abilities, which give you an aura of fire damage per intelligent point. So I have 13 intelligence, which is 26. Well, 13 times 2 is 26, sorry. And so 1 fire damage per intelligent point, so that'd be 13. But because they both do it, that would be 26. So you're pumping out 26 fire damage continuously to any fell enemy around you. And this will clear out those hordes almost instantly. So once we've gone down the fire tree, as this build is all about fire, we will come down to here into intelligence. We will grab wizard. When attacking with a magical weapon, your critical hit chance is increased by 10%. Chain hit. On a critical hit with a magical weapon, the attack will automatically hit a second enemy within 15 meters for 5 shock damage per intelligence. Mass destruction. A critical attack with a magic weapon will hit all enemies within 20 meters of the target for 2 shock damage per intelligence. And then intelligence. So we are trying to basically grab every little bit of intelligence we can in this build to buff these and other abilities. Now, once you've done the wizard tree, we don't actually do the trickster tree. We actually come down here and we do the healer tree. Now, some of you are going to wonder why we're putting points in the healer tree. Because this is actually one of the best things you can do for a wizard, especially for playing solo. So we start with the intelligence, which we want. Healer, don't really care about this. A point in intelligence, and this is what we want. Water aura. All players within 50 meters regenerate 1 health point per second for every point of intelligence. I don't think at this moment in time these two buff this. I'll have to do some more testings, but I've done some testing, but it just doesn't seem to buff it. And then we've got Waters of Life. All players within 15 meters regenerate 1 additional health point per intelligence. So you are buffing and healing your team. And this is also just great for keeping you alive. And then after that, we're actually jumping over into the tank tree. Because we want A, Constitution for health. We want shiny plates and heavy plates to increase our armor. Because no matter what anyone says, I've seen a few guides who kind of use this, but they all tell you to put on heavy armor. Never put on heavy armor as a true staff casting wizard, okay? Because all of our gear is set towards magic, crit, mana regeneration, spell damage, spell crit. You know, you get the picture. If you stick on a warrior set, you will be a lot tougher, but you'll do a lot less damage. It's not worth it. But with these, this smooths out a lot of the flakiness of our cloth armor. It just pumps up a bit. Then we come down here again for Constitution, grabbing Tower. When there are 3 or more enemies within 20 meters, you suffer 10% less physical damage. Warden, when there are 3 or more enemies within 20 meters of you, suffer 15% less magical damage. Constitution here. And then we're grabbing Earth Aura. All damage against players within 10 meters is reduced by 10%. So just all of these are just knocking damage in a huge percentile way off of you. We didn't take thick skin though. It's just too much really. Now once you're done with the tank tree, this is when we come back up here and do the trickster tree. So I've decided to start off here with the spirit, but if you don't want to use another point in the spirit, before I carry on, spirit is a very, very underrated point in this game. People don't think it's very good at all because it doesn't give you pure damage. But what it does do, it gives you the ability to have more casts of more damage. It enables you to do damage. I would much rather have more spirit and be able to cast 4 fireballs than have no spirit and cast no fireballs. So, but if you don't like it, you don't like it, and that's absolutely fine. So we're coming through spirit into Counter Strike. This is pretty good because it works off of anything really. We're picking up both intelligence and spirit here. Picking up Be Gone, we don't really want this. Spirit, intelligence, and then terror. On a critical hit with a spell, the target will be stunned for 4 seconds. This is absolutely lovely, especially when you're fighting something large. And then arcane concentration. You will gain 1 spirit for every 2 levels of flame. So, you think, oh, that must be it. No, it's not it. I'm getting quite close to the level cap, but I do have a heck of a lot more elixir shrines to do. So with the last of the points, this is what I'm going to be going into. Coming in here to get double jump, endurance. I'll probably pick up Wanderlust, good metabolism, and rebound. If I can afford it. Because all of these are very powerful stamina talents that can just keep you going that little bit longer. And it also, you've got to look at stamina as part of the wizard's defense, because your main defense is tactical rolling away, or if you decide for the lols, blinking away, which, you know, is funny. Doesn't say where it costs mana though. I might test that out. Yeah, this is the and you will be doing some seriously dumb damage with this build, guys. So I'm just going to quickly show you what I'm geared with, and then I'll quickly go back over some of the alternative paths. There's only a few of them, so I won't keep yammering on. So, this is how I usually set him up. I mostly use the Eternal Fireball, occasionally use Chain Lightning, and the staff I'm using is the Root Staff, level 25. And I've got 2 Scorching Wands on me, obviously because I'm fire damage. My magical damage buffs all fire damage. I would highly recommend taking 2 wands with you because they do break very, very quickly. But this Root Staff is one of my favourites. And just as a little Brucey bonus, if you are making a wizard and you want the best wizard weapon in the game, it is around here. I have not yet got to it because I haven't unlocked the next level of fire point, so I'm stuck behind that. But it is right here in a chest. It spawns every single time. Yeah, hope that helps. So, what can we do differently? If you really, really, really want to, and you hate fire, you can put all your points in Thunder and Lightning, or in Iceman and Sub-Zero. The only problem is, you're missing these. And these are very, very, very powerful. But it is entirely up to you. They're just not very strong at the moment. I would wait until they buff some of the skills, because they will at some point. They always will. There'll be a new build soon. But yeah, hang on. I'll just start. So we started. Then to here. Then to here. Then to here. Then to here. And then lastly over here. Sorry, I just wanted to leave it on the screen long enough so you could actually pause it with some ease. But yeah, that's the Archmage Pyromaniac build, folks. And I hope you enjoy it. If you have, please like, subscribe, ring that little bell for notification. It really does help us out. And till the next one, thank you for watching. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.